Hello again. Hello again. Hello. I am back with either my penultimate or ultimate Atlantic League game against Sarah Judd. Looks like I'm the USSR. Let's see what we are in for. Okay. Some decent stuff. D-Stall, Asia. Socialist is interesting. CIA is not. We'll have to make some decisions. First, the pleasantries. Okay. We'll go here, here, here. Good. In the meantime, I will let people know that the stream will begin in a bit. Yes, delay is working or something. Here. I'll say live in like 12 minutes or something. Then if I undershot it, then I'm gonna get people being catty or something. I don't know. Let them cook. I will continue obnoxiously eating my dinner. 4. Actually, before I eat my dinner, I should probably think about headline choices. So, the obvious move here is socialist governments and then a big ol' attack on Europe. That's fine. Though honestly, Romanian and then cooing, and then I have ops, and then I have D-stall food could also not be bad if I want to be a little bit more. Let's get this out of the way. A little bit more conservative ops-wise. I don't know what to expect. Socialist governments is one of the strongest. Yeah, alright. So, let's not overthink things that don't need to be overthought. So we're down 4. Still trackety track. Let's go big. Let's go big. Okay, decent. I mean, 5 of the 6 options are good. Now Romanian can be opsed if need be. I can give CIA when I feel it is judicious or prudent. This is fine. Anyway, I said this would be either my penultimate or ultimate because Jacob Sandman and/or Feldman, but I think Sandman has not responded to emails. So if you're listening, Jacob, I'd like to play our game, but if not, Justin has told me that you will be dropped, at which point I will have finished my 6-game regular season. I do like to play more games, or at least that's my expressed preference. A lot of trips and stuff coming up, though, so maybe I am at least somewhat interiorly rooting for fewer games. No, that's not true. Who knows? Okay, I think the attack on Europe. Okay. See, that's fine and all. I think the attack on Europe is justified in the sense. Okay, actually, this does merit some consideration, does it not? Because 5-year plus destall means we either have to get a move on and destall early, or we have to play China. Neither of which sound particularly appetizing. Okay, we could take Spain. That is an option. I don't think we want a coup. I think this is, like, fine. Forces us to spend a bunch of ops in Europe or something. Okay, if we're playing China, then I would want to go for Asia Dom. How is it so questionable already? Um, could go into Afghanistan and see what happens. That might not be the book response, but I like getting a feel for people's play styles. Um, Getting a feel for their hand strength. And this is essentially free real estate, right? In the sense that I always have the option of dumping Asia. But I will have to figure out what to do with my remaining ARs because it is somewhat cramped. We'll have to figure it out. But I am kind of leaning towards China cards, score Asia for Dom, get out of CIA. I don't know. We'll see. Got Italy. What more do you want? Um, I don't need Romanian for de-stall food. Like it's oh, we have inactive light. Um Hopefully just internet. I would I have a very high opinion of everyone in this community in ranked games, so surely they would not do the suspicious inactive light after losing Italy move that some of my venerable and esteemed lobby opponents have on occasion deigned to pull against me. But surely it's internet. If not, I will sit and I don't know. If this is a clock run out type game, I'm allowed to stream. Apparently, no one has inhibited me from streaming and uploading. I will happily host story time, story hour with Josh, and yap about anything I feel for an hour and a half to claim my 1 Playdic point and 1 point of ITSR. But I hope it doesn't come to that. See, she's back. I never had any doubt. See, this is a very reasonable response that maybe a better player would have thought through and foreseen. Okay. Interesting. This is the predictable result of poking a fight in Asia, I suppose. And now I have to answer for it, do I not? Do I not, indeed? Okay. Is it just too greedy to attempt for more in Asia with the rest of his hand to get on with? Okay, cooing Malaysia is dumb. I should probably 5-year Asia. Just as I had anticipated. But score Asia. At which point it just looks like I lost a VP for no reason whatsoever. Um, give CIA, actually. I'll let them decide what to make of this. Because they could definitely force me to, like, they could coup, take Dom, force me to 5-year Asia, which I'll happily do. I don't know. It could go into Colombia, which would be very interesting indeed. Hmm. Okay, I think Afghanistan was probably a mistake. I think I should have gone Spain or coup. 'Cause in the end, like when faced with the baleful glare of the logical consequence of my move, which would be this, I chickened out. It did not use the China card to coup Pakistan, which is like the only context in which this move could possibly be justified, I think, because you're trying to bait a use of China. The South Korea op is interesting. I don't hate it. Be sure. Right. Okay. Very interesting. Maybe everyone's sick of me going very interesting all the time, but do we just coup and get on with our life? I think we do, because sometimes stupid stuff happens. Okay, this is fundamentally unsound, to be clear. Hideously unjustified. That's not supposed to have gone that way. Because now it's actually a question, isn't it? Um, right. And then coup destall 5 year? I think it's fine. Okay. Again, it would have been a nice event. But, like, you know? And it's also a shame because it means we're not getting Laos. And we really forfeited a lot of Asia for no reason. But, I wanted to discard it efficiently or something. Remember, do not play the China card. That would be very bad. Yeah, this is all very principled, unlike whatever I've done so far. Now this is pretty forced, so, um, okay. I think this is fine. Yes. We get Libya out of the deal, and we can let Asia wallow. I mean, there's a lot that can still attack Asia, so maybe it's fine. This being an unusually forcing one-up action, of course, was very serendipitous. We'll see if they have, like, IP war or something. That's very fortuitous as well. Maybe, yeah, don't put an op into South Korea before. But also, I guess they didn't know what I was going to do. Because I'm as big of a South Korea taker as they come. But, okay. Right, okay, so let's see. This is actually not a concern with CIA, because I got rid of it. So, these are scored. But after all, why not do this? I think this is justified. I think that's fine. Good plan, Asia. It's a little aggressive, to be sure, but I think it's fine. Takes a dom. And we end with an even score, and I got some decent advantage. And who knows? Maybe we'll find a way to even up Asia in the future. IP war hitting, some sort of decall, flip of Thailand, all sorts of stuff. A very forward, it's a very aggressive early kind of move I didn't use. But, you know, this is a lot of ops spent somewhere that's not actually giving any money. When in reality, I don't think I had a path to Dom unless I was extremely aggressive with D-stall into Thailand or something. Okay. We have the elusive take of... Okay, it's probably going to be defectors. Okay, let's mark duck here. Alright. If it's Europe, tough. Does Vietnam do anything for me here? No, not really. I think it's CNS. So yeah, blockade could hit Suez, so no point there. I think it should be CNS, and EEU is actually rather amusing, but it doesn't, it's 1 VP. And I have Warsaw, so do your worst. It's only 2 ops as well, because I don't have the other ones, so I am not particularly afraid of what happens there. In the meantime, let us continue. Okay, so CS gone, EEU seen, C5 about to be played. I think we coup Panama. Tough. All right. Okay. I mean, the alternative there, besides this, it was a 3-op for net 1 VP move. The alternative was they scored it in the headline for 1. I guess De Gaulle still technically would have... It's not worth it. This is fine. We will work on making a nice bed for the winter. One, 2, 3, I think. Yes, they have access to that. Let's take contested battlegrounds. Everything is scored, so we'll just build ourselves a nice little nest for the winter and take everything in sight. Will I event Vietnam revolts just to, like, be annoying here? Maybe not. Maybe not. I have a bit I need to do. Okay. Alright, Formosan doesn't bother me here. See, if I had, like, taken all the med countries and this was otherwise, like, Dom on the board, I'd have a lot more good things to say about this EEU move. I believe it was my game against Raywan, if memory serves, where EEU... No, it was my game against Jifei, where EEU was used against me to great effect, I believe. It's one of those two, but I think it was the Jifei game. Where even despite being, like, under-purged, being under the purge, sorry, Jifei was able to stop my nonsense in Europe. Okay. We want to spread a bit, take Libya, maybe take Dom. We don't have like a ton of ops either. But then again, statistically, they shouldn't either. Purge is unseen. Okay, maybe we hold blockade for the cheeky little 50-50 of purge next turn. Or we get purged. That also could happen. Right, okay. I don't know what Burma does. Is that a sign that they don't... Lebanon is correct, of course. Is that a sign that they don't have IP war and are worried that, like, I'm gonna event it? But at that point, if that was the case, you would expect them to, what do you call it? Commit to the bit, right? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is not very efficient, is it? Do we event it? No, we don't really have time to be messing around in whatever that is, Southeast Asia. I should take Vietnam, though, I think. Okay. This is not particularly forcing, so let's just... I think we do event De Gaulle for the Algeria situation. Okay, we've seen these guys. Okay. Yeah, I should be more afraid of what's happening in Asia. I'm not. We can take this nice, soothing, relaxing mid-game where I have significant presence ahead and hopefully a few VP. Or no. Yeah, what does this Burma up do? Very confused. So if you're worried about IP war, you'd expect that you'd either take it or you wouldn't. Okay. There's a lot of one up at a time into things. Burma, South Korea, South Africa. Algeria is a good choice, though. Which means we should probably press the issue. The $1,000,000 question here is, would I take Algeria with a 3 if I'm allowed? I think I would. What else do I need to do? That's fine. They could go Saharan, of course. Maybe that's why I should not do that? Not sure. Still missing Suez, still missing Fidel. Still missing Decall, of course. I have no idea which lovely scorings will get redrawn. I guess rationally I should be a bit afraid, considering they have a clear lead in a region, and all of my regions are somewhat drawish. Problem is I'm not afraid. Okay. That's fine. We just take a Dom somewhere. Can I justify that with all this? Still looking a bit threadbare, but I think we're fine. If they want to jam East Germany or something, I guess they can do that. Did I prematurely mark Formosan off when I shouldn't have? Possibly. I did get Warsaw, though. De Gaulle Olympics. Vietnam. I think I marked Formosan instead of Vietnam. Everything else is fine. C5, Europe, Cambridge. I think this is fine. I'm not afraid. Do your worst. I mean, I'm probably missing something rather important, and can be rightly and properly torn to shreds about it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Horrific. So I get Truman. I get Blockade. I get IP War. I get Defectors. They get Containment. Um, Fidel was seen on turn 2. Um, I get Suez. They get Purge. Do I really not know more of their hand than that? Oh, they have Decall. War, Defectors. Shouldn't I know more? Oh, they have UN. Okay. I mean, that's Purge. Or Containment. Yeah, because I have Suez. Hmm. Suez will be a good event. Maybe I'll get Europe for money. We'll see. Let's just get the Middle East out. Yes. Just as the simulations predicted. Do I really only know Containment, Decall, UN? Huh. Wild. Okay. I'm okay with a one-op coup because I'm gonna event IP War. Okay. That wasn't supposed to work. Oh, EEU is actually really bad. And I don't have a lot of ops with which to fill anything. Fun. Okay. Presumably they finished taking Burma, which makes the entirety of Western Asia a bit of a crapshoot. It's a shame about Purge, really, because this is also perfect weather to be flipping Pakistan with China. Like, this is the use case for that. Of course, then they could take Taiwan, but I'd rather them be doing that than just scoring a lot of money in Asia for free. So they have Purge and Containment in the same hand, which is cool for them. They have a lot of money, but you know, no. Not having ops is not fun, but the Bible tells us that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Bet Sarah didn't think of that before they purged me. Oh, we're doing that. What if we just do this now? Okay, that might be a little bit premature. Okay. No. Maybe we shouldn't give up Zaire for free. It's a bold thought. Decall UN. Do we take the shot on India now that the odds are better? Okay, I mean, there's 3 things we can do. Take Zaire, like a normal person. Take the shot on India. Or event Suez. I think the correct thing to do here is to do that, which I'm not a fan of, but it's what we'll do. Hmm. Hmm. I think Suez needs a full 4 ops to respond to. Um, and even a 2 op placement into Europe needs 3 ops because they don't have access to the other ones here. Um, I don't know. I kind of want to push them in Europe a bit. Knock on the door and see who answers. But, okay. We have so far only lost 1 op to the Purge. Granted, it's only AR2, so, you know. But scoring Europe is ops free, eventing IP war is ops free, eventing blockade is ops free, eventing Suez is ops free, so spacing EU is, I mean, I guess you could say it cost me 1 op because I can't event it and then get an extra op, but frankly, I might space it even if it was a 3 op. Okay, that's much ado about nothing. Here I should take this shot. Well, wouldn't have mattered anyway. Aimment. If we want. Okay, so Asia is gonna suck. All right. They don't know about Europe. They do know about Suez, though. But maybe they realign, right? This is obviously setting up realigns, which if I lose, I lose. But yeah, it's not so good. I might have a few mill-ops, but this is Dom. This is scored. This could easily flip back with like Brush or something. And somehow the US could be far ahead in the new world. A couple lucky realigns or Junta or something. Because make no mistake, I will not have time to do much about this. We are kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. Where does that come from? Flying by the seat of your pants. Is that like a circus thing where they have like the zip line and then they hook you there? And is that where that's from? Like you just kind of swing like a pendulum, like hooked by your belt loops by some sort of macabre contraption. Because we all say that, right? I mean, when I'm motorcycling, it certainly can feel like I'm flying kind of by the seat of my pants because I'm sitting atop the bike and whatnot. But like, I don't think that's what the creators of the saying had in mind. Not sure. I'm really pondering the real questions here. This is why people tune in, I'm sure. Okay, that's a 4. But it's good to see it taking South Africa instead of. See what happens. All right. Did they redraw a second 4? If they did, good for them. Yeah, they can't even like break East Germany because I still have battlegrounds. And if they took France and broke East Germany, believe it or not, also 4 ops. So, um, I mean, there are some. They did. Okay. So, that's not fun because that's not what we wanted to see there. It's a lot of redrawn cards that are very good for her. So, props. Decall UN. What's the next card? I'm gonna try it. I'm sure it's something. Like, I'm sure it's like redrawn socialists or redrawn NATO, given at the rate this is going. But like, you have to try it. Okay, left feet is gone. Um, ooh. All right, well, that's always looks kind of stupid. 3 in Vietnam, but this is why we ask questions. This is why we ask questions. Um, yeah. What do you got now? Decall UN, right? Okay. Well, there's Asia. Okay. Brezhnev could be nice. Um, hmm. Okay, South America, however, is also quite nice in the sense that if everything hits, I win. So before me diverge two paths. That was what Decall that went to space. I think she has UN. Okay. So there's that. One option here is to try and equalize Asia. Um, and then score it and then play a sedate game. The other is to kind of completely ignore Asia and then fill South America and score it. Either way, it's Brezhnev, I think. That's pretty clear, because that's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 ops out of Brezhnev, and then 2 scorings. The only other contender here would be How I Learned, but I want to coup, so Brezhnev. Okay, Junta may in fact put the brakes on what was going to be a brilliant idea. This, incidentally, kids, is the peril of going into the mid-war with South America like this, and I have entirely myself to blame. See? That is the problem. This is deserved. This is my fault. I evented destall as it would happen on turn 1. So I had all of the time in the world. This is in fact the form of this is the sort of greed that they warned us about in the Bible. Um, Spreading too thin, rising too high, getting cast down, all sorts of bad things. Mm-mm. So Japan and Taiwan could be bad. Um, okay, so now the new plan is to go for a draw in both regions. That's my new plan. And overprotect Africa, which longtime viewers of the channel should know that I habitually overprotect Africa. To my own peril, to my own demise. But yeah. This South America situation, like, inexcusably my fault. We're getting VP out of the deal, so there is that. And we have a few ops to play with, but yeah, let's buckle up a bit. Okay. If they go into Japan and Taiwan, like, all the king's horses and all the king's men could not stand against that. Like, not even on country count, not even, like, at that point, I think we do have to just take our lumps in Asia, fight for, like, parity or something here. Because we will need at least 4 ops down here. Okay. Fortunately, right now we are up by one battleground, so there's not like a poke Uruguay, poke plus Uruguay, or poke plus or we're somewhat. 3 lines hitting Algeria and then Chile would be catastrophic. But okay, all right. Okay. If we're asking the person with Brezhnev, do they have ops? The answer is yes. Yes, I do in fact have ops. Um, like if that was the walk into Uruguay was to just see if I like had a really bad hand and couldn't repair or something. No, the answer there is some ops here. Okay. Should I take that to mean that they don't have hmm. I mean, I'll event EEU without repairing, see if I don't. Like hmm. Okay. If you poke me, I respond. So don't poke me, because I also don't really feel like responding. I don't think. All right, I gotta score Asia, then I gotta score South, then I gotta overprotect Africa. Um, could make an argument that I should score Asia, overprotect Africa, then score South. And and just a few minutes ago, I was talking about winning the game on the spot. My, how the turntables. Hmm. Push this a little further away while I eat. Okay. One in Venezuela. Okay, what is this one op into things nonsense? I mean, it's not like nonsense. I get it. It's not contested, but like, you know? Um, hmm. Do we score South America and then like greed for the VP in Asia? Like, if they haven't taken it, surely they won't take it. Right, this is morally bankrupt reasoning. Like it's not morally, but it's just like nonsensical reasoning. Um I should also flip and take Angola. But I think we score stuff first. Okay. I think we do score Asia first. It's a VP either way, and Asia can theoretically be overturned in a way that South America maybe can't. I say as if like ABM and Brush aren't cards, but Brush could hit Pakistan. So um, Brush being able to hit Pakistan is probably a solid enough reason to score Asia. Plus, I'm afraid of like the second half of Usuri. Um, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Okay. Seen Nixon. Seen NATO. Asia, NORAD. Okay. Well, I'll get my VP. Whoops, it's gone to space. Okay. Do I want to give them Millops in exchange for taking this realign off my back? Maybe. Maybe that's worth it. To be clear, this has been a pretty useless Brezhnev, hasn't it? Actually, canonically, a completely useless Brezhnev. Wow, okay. Yeah, like, oh, maybe that was the one-op in Burma. She prognosticated that that I would fail IP war anyway on a 2, and thus it was simply more efficient to wait until colonials could give that extra op for free. And actually, if I'm doing that, it should just be summoned, huh? Yes, it should. Here. Okay. I mean, when I'm up 15, I kind of don't want to give mill-ups. I'd rather allow relines to give mill-ups, maybe? I don't know. The problem is it's only downhill from here. Everything else is in her favor as it stands. Colonials. Summit. But okay. All right. Brezhnev has been worth 1 op. Pretty good. I guess I should now. If I scored South America in the headline, it would have been -3 because of Junta. Okay. Unfortunate. That is overly fortunate. That wasn't supposed to work. I'm sorry. Should be Algeria again, though. Yeah, no, that's incorrect. It should be Algeria again. But I understand why you wouldn't want to touch the hot stove after touching it. But no, I'm afraid. Well, I'm locking myself into AI war. Or cooing. I don't want to do either. I'm locking myself into AI war on the next AR, actually. But what if it hits and I get it? Then that's like almost GG. How I learned. Maybe? Interesting. Shuttle for the event. Very amusing. No. Anyway, see, that's the strategy in a blitz game, for example. Oh, this is just what takes and overprotects. Oh no, realigns. Oh no, whatever shall I do? I mean, this is objectively bad because now I could get Africa controlled or something, so like maybe don't, but also I'm, bad at this game. And I'm gonna allow the realigns again, as is my custom, in exchange for mill ops and maybe winning. Now, I was saying, it's like a blitz strategy. You could just suggest wrong moves to me because I cannot but respond with like paragraphs of text. That's my weakness. Okay. I don't think we're gonna win instantly. All right, we got more stuff to deal with. Okay. I learned they did have flower. Oh, it's turn 4. It's a casual turn 4 flower power, guys. That's the thing. I'm not actually trying to make fun of Justin. I just, it's a very mimetic phrase. Okay, there's still a lot of blue. That could be bad. Like, wouldn't it be bad if everything scored against me and then we entered like it even on the VP track endgame where I was hopelessly lost due to like the cumulative consequences of my own folly and hubris? Yeah, shuttle was not the ticket. Flower power into Japan, Taiwan, however, would have been uh, uh, And then if I got really frisky with like jamming ops in, you could use shuttle later if you really had to, even though I'm still not convinced it's a good use of it. But okay. So Brezhnev ended up not being worth a ton. It ended up being worth 2 ops. Maybe not my best considered headline. I probably should have just gone with How I Learned or something. But, you know, this is also fine, I think. Okay. There's still stuff. Sorts of stuff could happen. Did I just like completely miss the ball? Or no, it is UN. Why would she not UN water power? I don't know. I have all these questions. I think she still has UN. But okay, we need like Che and then big coup. Yeah, okay, why would you not event your trap? Anyway. That's a card. Oh, but I know they have UN. That's the problem. Can I salt for something that ends the game? No. No, I cannot. Should I salt anyway because of Missile Envy? Probably. Right? I think I should salt. And I don't know what I would otherwise pick up. Libtheol, Decall, something? Purge? Yes. And then if we happen to see UN and DEFCON happens to be high, lots of happens to, lots of hope chess going on over here in the vague hopes of winning quickly. Yeah, I think it will avail me not, unfortunately, but we will still. Salting right now also just hangs realigns on Pakistan, which, you know, maybe is not brilliant. But Missile Envy right now hangs everything, so we salt anyway. Okay, Alliance was a good pull, and we don't instantly lose, but now we do have to play with the consequences of playing with this high board state, so, or high defcon, or you know what I mean, or something. Anyway, I could salt for How I Learned, give How I Learned. That would be really funny, but it's gonna be Purge. I think. Yeah. Yeah, we unfortunately cannot really play around Missile Envy even after doing this move. But that is fine. Okay. Anyway, Alliance for Progress is gone. Salt is also gone. I have Purge now. Let's coup stuff. Let's coup Africa. Indie Reds. Okay. Right, okay. Now they can realign Pakistan, but Asia scored and then it lets me coup again. Which maybe they're okay with. I'm not sure. 3 outstanding scorings with C5. Okay. Indie Reds are gone. What if they UN something? I mean, now that it doesn't threaten instantly winning, Wheelbarrow U is not even that good. Maybe save Muslim Revs for Sadat or something? I don't know. I don't know if Purge was the absolute best thing I could have picked. I also don't know if Salt was the absolute best thing I could have done. But I was terrified of it pulling a 4 in the headline. But okay. They're going to make some points back. We should hopefully be able to like stay ahead in Europe. Everything could become like a draw. Like I don't really have that much of an advantage. It's just the VP, and that could change on a dime. Like, this is not one. Okay. Having a good think. I haven't seen Grain and Voice either. The 32 cards left. I think objectively I probably should be losing. uh okay, I had some decent cards though. But wow. I don't know if it's like sunk in the ops situation. 3 4s and then 3 4s. I'm not like complaining, though, of course, like, okay, you know, expressing a distaste for something that's like objectively not what you prefer probably does get construed as complaining, yes. Okay. Probably Zaire is more important than Nigeria. Should probably do it now. Okay, well, at least we did get a result. Okay, we have some 4s of our own. Okay. Okay. Bury you. NTP. Alright, let's liquidate the assets before we get reverse purged or something. Missile Envy is just a disaster regardless, though. I don't think they have it. Okay, well, we have to flip that back. Is it worth overprotecting it? Yes, because if they flip and overprotect, then nothing I can do in Angola will matter. So I don't want them to flip that even more than I... Alright. It's time to be running out of ops, I think. I say having ops of my own this time. Okay, where's ABM? ABM's gonna be huge in Africa. This is more breaking news from Josh. ABM is an impactful card when it comes out. Where's Warsaw? Did I draw it? No. Obviously it's not removed. That would be very funny if it was. But once again, debating the salacious morality of inventing EU without... I hate playing into scored regions. Wah, I don't want to do it. Okay. I do have to overprotect Pakistan. Okay, there's that guy. Yeah, alright. Well, unfortunately, we're done with that. If we lose Algeria, so be it, I guess. I can walk back in or something. But we have seen UN and Quag. This is a suspiciously large amount of ops to have spent in Africa before, like, ABM wipes them all out. But it's fine. They have another... They still don't have a source of mill ops, do they? Huh. Alright. Okay. I can give them special. I should probably just coup the Saharan states and get over with it. Get it over with. Not not sure. For just scene again. I guess I'll double exit out. It's like super duper in the discard. Hmm. A Blitz game I would have already flagged. 90 minutes is definitely it's deliberative. It's enough time to think. At least I somewhat like my position, right? If you're doing... Okay. Like I said, I should have overprotected, but... you know? It's back. I got what I needed out of it at the time that I had it, and I have China again, which I'm going to say is important because of, like, Grain and Voice or something. This is Cope. I should have overprotected that, but I also should have done something about this. So, what are you going to do? Interesting. Okay. I mean, this is just like a very coup-tacular hand. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we are under salt, so maybe that was dumb. Oh well. Maybe that means, oh, I should take Tunisia, maybe. They have Millops already. What am I doing? Was I going on about giving them Millops in a situation where they had Millops? I think I was. I'm sorry everyone has to listen to me. I'm best enjoyed on mute, really. Like I wow, I'm just allowed to say things, aren't I? Wow, that's it's truly incredible. Okay. AR5 nuke subs under salt. Cool. Good deal. Do I have a powerful threat I can give? Like, I'll just break and flip Pakistan back. uh, which probably should be ignored for all the reasons that I've given. Okay, subs is gone. Yeah, but I don't know if this is supposed to do much, right? It's one, we're under salt. Two, it's like AR5. Objectively, this should be ignored. Subjectively, if you're very pleased with having spent China to flip it back and you want to keep it, perhaps you overvalue Pakistan out of some sort of I don't know. This is we've reached the part of the game where like we're half an hour in on either side, and I start. Okay. South Korea is a certified oh no anyway kind of moment. Do we free up their hand more with Ask Not? Suppose. See what sort of nonsense. What rough beast its hour come at last. Ah, nothing. Alright, cool. See that does it. Yeah, the South Korea is a certified like I have like no words to describe um how little I care about two voice ops going there. Like if this is the use that VOA has, then that's fine. We'll go here. Like at least it flips a battleground. Obviously they should coup Africa here, but under salt they might miss. Or they might have to space. Wouldn't that be interesting? Okay. It's a one-op coup, so like I think like a third of the options are still bad for them. I'm in such suspense. I don't know if this is the best way that grain cells could have been used either. That's fine. I'm only required to like come up with my own moves, so oftentimes I even failed to do that. Okay, yeah, see, and then it rolls a 6, so we're fine. Cool. Okay, but I get ABM and brush, so that's fine as well. Nice. Good. Okay, one small step would be great, but I don't have it. 16 cards is an interesting number. I will happily take no reshuffle. Okay. Well, now I do have to worry about Missile Envy, right? Yeah, so I think it does have to be ABM. I think we just cuckoo as reductionist as that sounds. What was that? Oh yeah, no, we've got everything else. So. Okay, Sadat doesn't really bother me. Coup this guy. Okay. Sadat happens, then I think I can justify a 3-op here, can I not? This is really important, isn't it? Okay, maybe I overdid it. Oh well. Now, even if I lose Algeria here, I should be able to get some money. This might be China, just to avoid a reshuffle. Okay. Sadat's gone. I mean, part of my reason why I want no reshuffle is I can show off, not really show off because you guys can't see it, but try out my very rarely seen, seldom invoked second page of my paper scoring sheet. I have an entire addenda that I print out on sparing occasions for the late war. Okay. All right. Probably John Paul has seen days where it's more givable than now. Now it's not very givable at all. Okay. Haven't seen Southeast or Central, of course. All right. Ugh. Can I even get the OPEC VP that I want? Ooh, but then if I play around not wanting a reshuffle, then omit becomes a very, very hot topic item, very in demand. Because omit would potentially force the reshuffle depending on how many she pulls. She'd only have to pitch like 1 or 2 to make the reshuffle happen. I don't know if I'm advanced enough to really play around that possibility. Like, it would be very silly if I like played China with the explicit intention of avoiding a reshuffle and then blindly gave omit, for example. Like, that would be a lapse in continuity, as we would say, where your prior actions contradict your subsequent actions. You have to have one consistent plan and stick to it. An example of not is on the first turn with my weird Afghanistan move, and seemed to hand over a lot of Asia when I didn't have to. All sorts of stuff. I'm not very good at continuity. Neither am I at this game, probably, but they still let me play it. Okay, arms race into Botswana. It's very intimidating. It's Willy Brandt coup. What does Botswana do? I guess we're afraid that I take it. Probably. All right, I don't think I'm gonna play around the reshuffle, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I will not at all give China. Okay, arms race is not a thing anymore, so that's good. Should brush Panama, I think. Yes. Okay. Ooh, well, I don't have to respond to that, so. Okay, well, that's a big fat one. So, not much to be said there. Willy Brandt is gone. Arms race is gone. Brush war is gone. Where's like Camp David and stuff? All right. We should take Iran. Obit probably pitches Africa if we let it. Okay, I don't think I can really justify OPEC. I'd really be hoping that they have Africa. Maybe they do. We'll see. Okay, that's a good card to see. That's a very good card to see. Because now I can immediately play this. which I've held for quite some time. It's not very good for the late war, by the way. Like, going into the late war with, like, 3 or 4 ops in each of these is not... Like, this is a Warsaw's already been invented Europe, which is not what that looks like at all. Okay. Hmm. We are gonna have to give it up soon, I think. And I do realize we are ignoring Iran, which perhaps we shouldn't, but I don't really see what else I could do about it. The scramble for Africa is important, as it were. Okay. I have to do something about Asia. This is, like, you know, not good. Okay, Warsaw's gone. EU's been seen. Ooh, Che's nice. Unless I roll a 1. I rolled a 2. Alright. I doubled my expectations. And then a 3. Anyway, alright. You know, it's a 3-op card. It did 3 of ops. Okay. Do I have to give up OPEC? Yes, I think I have to kind of give up on OPEC. Yeah, I'll do that. I know, but I don't think that I had really a lot I could say. Didn't I see you two? Did I not? I guess I didn't. Why did I think I saw it? Huh. Well. But I do think things will stabilize, right? Like, I hopefully get some VP here, no matter what happens with this shuffle. And then they get some back. I might just put China into Southeast Asia. Okay. I don't think they have Africa, unfortunately. I think we space and then maybe China. Definitely not giving this either way, so let's do that. So we have seen Allende. Gunman's around. Vote to space. One that's in my hand. There's still a lot of good stuff. Missouri. Mostly for them, though both of the African events are also unseen. So, you know. Okay, that doesn't really bother me. Okay, now it's like the decision time. I think I don't want to reshuffle. I want to reserve the right to cause the reshuffle, I think. Or something. Or this is just a way that I lose for, like, no discernible reason whatsoever. That's also quite possible. I think yeah, they have that. Okay. Well, there's one card in here. It's quite possible it's Africa. Like, I do concede that possibility. But I do get both African events. Of these, only Carnation Revolution actually takes Dom in the headline. South African Unrest, even if I put both of the ops in Botswana, does not because of their dastardly ploy, and even if I break it, it does not because I don't have a non-battleground, so I think this is a... Ooh, and I have Central, but I control Fidel. I think that's a redraw. Actually, this is a time to be deliberate, because I've been, like, tracking all this nonsense for a reason, right? So we should probably avail ourselves of it. Okay. Didn't Formosan get, like, evented and then canceled? I think. Yes, okay. It's nothing, that's... What am I looking for? Nothing in the last 2 columns, right? So I got Fidel. I got Romanian. UN's accounted for. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time here. I think they have socialists. have with the asterisks that it could be the one card that they don't have. Last two columns. Oh, Europe was seen in the mid-war, of course. Missed that one. Africa. I have OAS. They have PCR. Missile Envy, which, yeah, will pull cultural. Gross. Might have to headline cultural then. And then give them Omit, triggering an instant reshuffle. Okay. I've certainly seen better things, yes. They have one small step. They have Usuri. I think we did see puppets in the mid-war. If Camp David. I have both the African events. They have Usuri. They have U2. I have cultural. 8. 8 cards. I think I am still missing some. I have both the ones I wish I did not have. Romanian. UN is seen before. Oh, they have gunmen. Probably. Okay. I think I got almost everything. And we did have, no, we did not have a reshuffle. Okay, right, because there's Fidel. Okay, all right. Cultural, because of Miss Lenby. They do Usuri anyway. At least I take China from them. Asia is just going to be a complete unholy disaster of a mess of a region. Okay. What are the odds that Africa is the one card that they don't have? If I take... Okay. If I take Africa Dom, then if they coup Africa, that's worth 2 VP at least. And, like, the Dom itself is only worth 3 relative to not having it. So I think that's bad. I think I want to coup, force them to score Africa for -3, and then I can get the space shot. And I think that's better. So, yeah. Okay. Maybe this is bad, leaving Asia like this. I've definitely seen better. But okay, cultural, gone. Suri, gone. South African, gone. Carnation Revolution still takes Dom. But I think they score, right? Unless they don't have it. Which is also possible. Okay. And then we hopefully score Central for -2. And Southeast for like -3. And then enter the late war still up like 8, but now Asia is just like, you know, hideously bad. It's like worth like 9 or 10. Definitely seen better. I don't know. It was neat entering a no reshuffle late game though. Those are always fun. Oh. I think, okay, and besides all of my yapping here with like the VP count in Africa, cooing was also like tantamount to forced because of gunmen, right? Like, let's be real. Like, if I did not Excuse me. If I did not coup, none of these are particularly spaceable. Socialist is, never mind. But okay. Oh no, Asia's gonna be bad, isn't it? Whatever will I do? I hate it when I'm like punished for making prudent moves. I think that was a prudent move. Okay. I think space was the priority. Whatever. It's fine. I didn't want it anyway. It's a lie. I did want it. Wow, now there's actually a missile envy problem. Because, no, actually, it's not. It's ops neutral. It's not even a problem. They get 2 ops out of their 2 ops. Congratulations. Then I get to use in return 2 ops instead. Like, the only problem is, of course, I need the Fidel event. I don't need the Carnation event. Um, hmm. This is 3 still? Yeah, alright, this is gonna be 3. This is hopefully 2 or 3. Yeah, we'll be up like 8 or 9. Um, we'll have like 2 good regions. They'll have 2 or 3 good regions. They'll have 1, but it's like, boy howdy, is it a good region? Okay, so let's not get controlled in Asia. In my reasoned, considered opinion, after playing a lot of Twilight Struggle, I think getting controlled in Asia is generally frowned upon as a matter of course. I think the general sense is that one should refrain from that activity. PCR does nothing. Boop. Might not even have Africa. Ooh, do they have a source of Milops? They don't. Okay. Do I want to give them a source of Milops? No, let's score this right before they just take the Philippines. Okay. And then the Milops question probably matters a bit less. One of their cards. Okay. And then I think I will, avoid getting controlled in Asia. Let's, because this is, pretty bad. That's an 8 VP Asia. I don't know. Could still end up being up some points. Alright. Problem is I really don't have any hand flexibility whatsoever. Okay. Alright, Southeast is removed. Alright, we've seen Olympics again. Oh, that's probably a card of theirs that I missed in my go-around. Yeah, there wasn't anything showing that it could be played. Flower Power's gotten us nothing. Okay, maybe I should have taken North Korea. Every time it's like their AR and I forget that I could still be controlled in Asia, I like have this like pang of anxiety that I spent another AR where I could have, not been controlled in Asia and chose instead. Okay. It's Angola. I don't know why we're like, okay, all right, or we lose our own ops. Cool, nice. Is it really that she lost Angola the Algeria the one time or not? Did I say Angola? No, I mean Algeria. It's obviously so that's less than we hoped. I still haven't taken North Korea. Wow. All right. And I should probably event this one. They don't have mill-ups. And now the Millops question matters. It's messed up. Okay. Imagine if Gunman's the missing card. I'd be so upset. Okay, at least they missed 2. Okay. Did they event Missile Envy? Or not event, obviously I would have remembered that, I think. Okay, wait. Africa, PCR, Missile Envy, Gunman. That's it. So it really depends, doesn't it? I feel like Africa's the missing card, right? Because otherwise they would have scored long ago. Long ago. But also maybe they're not gonna make, like, you know, sometimes people hold scorings when they shouldn't. I mean, I don't want to play assuming my opponent will make bad moves. That's not what I intend here, but like it's certainly possible that they have the scoring. Is all I'm saying, because I've, you know, you never know. Do I want to take Dom, or do I just want to not get controlled in Asia and then find out later what they're doing? Yes. Actually, the difference between Millops and the Dom is only 1 VP, so come at me, baby. Okay. Yeah. I don't need to event Carnation. We'll find out. Missile Envy could pull... Missile Envy would be very funny. Missile Envy would let me fix OAS, actually. It's almost like OAS under Brezhnev, almost. Except for all the ways that it isn't. Del, I feel like I'm missing stuff. It's fine. It's 4 cards. 3 in yours, 1 in the ether. Yeah, well, I had to give up a lot this turn. That sucked. But you can't hold Africa. So if Africa's the missing card, then we know by divine law that she has Gunman. If Gunman's the missing card, then she not only has Africa, but must score it. All of this is, you know, quite trivial, but felt like expounding upon it. All right, this could very easily become lost, right? Like, I don't have that much of a VP lead. I don't have a clear lead on the board, really. And this is really bad. Like, this could come back and, like, turn 9 could kill me very easily here. He's getting redrawn with, like, redrawn war games. Or I get war games and we tidy this up. That's also possible. Or I get all the, like, going into the late war with no reshuffle with possible known gunmen is huge because of, like, aims and terrorism all guaranteed to come out. It could be that she gets both. That's also possible, but you cannot play that way. Oh, I do have to turn my laundry over at some point. Will you that? I don't think I am in danger of... She did have it. All right. Well, we finally found the correct realignment target. Maybe that's uncharitable. Wow, did we find the right realignment target? Okay, that almost worked, too. This is disturbing. I don't want to play China. can take Dom somewhere. It's efficient. It's efficient. Come on. And the other cards are either the scoring or a one-up or a card that kills. So I don't care. Perhaps this is just a 1 VP difference in Africa. Come on, cough it up. Did have Missile Envy. Left with stupid OAS. Okay, well, Asia's doomed to suck, unfortunately. I don't know. It's a pretty contestable board. Unfortunately, her advantage region is incredibly strong, mostly because of my fault. Mine are all very, very tenuous. Like this is all very tenuous here. This is tenuous as well. Everything hangs in the balance, really. Or I could just draw war games, and well, there isn't an issue. The problem with going into next turn as well is they don't deal out. It's not like she's guaranteed to get the one remaining card. That was not supposed to work. Well, Africa is the card, and War Games is mine. Okay. So, it's good. It's good. Okay, Africa is the floating around in the draw deck will get drawn this turn or next card. And now we get to crack open, unwrap the second page of the scoring sheet. I don't have anything that would mess with hand size. Okay. So, my Ivor, some VP for the road. Maybe. There's no redrawn Asia. That cannot help. No redrawn Central. Alliance is gone. Missile Envy is in the discard. I don't know. This, have to be like, you know, Star Wars or something? I don't know. Okay, well that's convenient. Very convenient. That takes these. Wow, that's a huge Cal. Okay. I'm starting to feel this thing slip away from me, guys. I'm gonna admit, starting to feel it slip away from me. I mean, I do have a 50-50 shot at ending the game by force here. Which is always nice. Huh, I never realized this is starred. I guess it is. There was only one historically, unlike IP War, where there were a couple, several. Okay. But then there's space and there's Glasnost, so it's not over yet. But I don't know. If we don't win on War Games, do we think this is like lost? It could be. That's depressing. Right. Right. All very correct. Come on. Thank you. All right. I got to mark off 2 things on my coveted late war scoring sheet. It's so unfair. Oh well. You know, I'm glad that we don't have to see where this one might have gone, to be quite honest. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm 6-0 in Atlantic. We'll see if I get a 7th game, but if not, see you guys in the playoffs.